Legacy of Destruction is destined to fail? Make sure you guys smash some crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. I've had some interesting little run-throughs on the internet over the last couple weeks with just reading about how people think Legacy of Destruction is going to fail. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think it's going to. I think that this set has everything going for it better than Phantom Nightmare did. Because you guys remember Phantom Nightmare, right? A couple things to refresh about this. There was one good secret rare, and it was low. That was it. All the other secret rares were pretty mid in terms of secondary market value, which, if you bought a box, it was kind of lower bust, or a Pablo or Promethean Princess bust. Now, the ultra rares held a lot of the setup, and I mean, boxes were steadily $80 for the first month of the set release. That was good. All right. Another big thing that I want to just reiterate here, you know, after the straight year and a half of bad products and people losing their literal butts on this stuff, the little guys have been pushed out of the market, which is why boxes have genuinely been going up. Because I remember people were like, wow, Maze should not be this expensive. Well, it has $200 bonfire in it, effectively, for the highest rarity. So people, they want to have the chance to open that up. You look at Phantom Nightmare, well, 2 ultra rares that are holding the set up that are technically easier to pull than secret rares, because 4 ultras per box. And then, of course, you know, the banger that was Age of Overlord. Yeah, product has reversed course very, very strongly. So to look at a set that is fundamentally better than Phantom Nightmare for the contents that are inside of it is just very cheesy, in my opinion. You've also got to remember, this set has frickin' Yu-Gi cards on it, all right? Like, I don't care how much you think that this set is going to fail, because, oh no, like, I personally don't think there's anything. Yes, okay, well, first of all, we got the casual players coming in hot over here. All right, they're going to be picking up all of these Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Silent Magician, Gandora, Silent Swordsman, all of this stuff that culminates into Yugi's Shining Sarcophagus of Light pile. And for the fans out here of the later half of the anime, absolutely. All right, like, I think people, sometimes people like knock on nostalgia, and then other times I feel like people forget that nostalgia sells product. But like, this is a case here of, wow, nostalgia is going to sell the product. Like, did we forget this? All right, Yu-Gi alone, even if it's the little one, is a selling force. All right, it already kind of stinks that, yeah, sure, we have a secret rare slot dedicated to the Silent Magician's era. Okay, sure, but that's fine. All right, for the fans out here that want to pick up Yu-Gi's cards, you're straight off to a good start there. All right, so I think that's honestly nostalgia. It gets the job done to where it needs to. Now, what about, you know, the rest of the set? You know, what inherent value can we possibly have in here? Because, you know, you gotta get people in the front door to get them to, oh, you little Yu-Gi. Okay, well, what else? The Lightsworn and the Ancient Gear stuff. Holy moly. Okay, well, first of all, if you're just putting Lightsworn in this set, you gotta remember, Lightsworn is one of the oldest fan favorite decks that ever truly actually existed in this game. And to see all of the hype that was at the beginning of this set being revealed, and people just losing their crap at Lightsworn, and, you know, surpassing everything else that had actually came out at that time, was so genuinely crazy to me. Like, it is just kind of crazy to see the selling power that Lightsworn has by itself. Now, I'm probably expecting Konami to take full advantage of this and, you know, put this stuff on a higher pedestal. Maybe not so much the Ancient Gear stuff. While Ancient Gears do have the ability to move a little bit of product, in my personal opinion, I do think that, it's just going to be like, oh, hey, this deck's already a little cheap. Let's go ahead and kind of add in some of the little flavor to this, and that'll make people go, okay, well, sure, we'll go ahead and pick this up. But you have two dominating forces straight off the bat, which, once again, Yugi and Lightsworn, sure. And then, really anything from the anime that tends to get these sorts of, dump-ins here, which is good. Now, this set has the DLC for Centurion, Valmonica, Memento, and Gold Pride, alright? First of all, it stinks that, these more recent deck build packs have not been, kind of, what we would say, up to par. It's here's 10 very mid cards. Good luck, everybody. And I think that Konami, I think they took note of this. And, that's fine, but, I think that they need to, if they're going to do deck build packs kind of going forward here, obviously, if you're going to turn this into selling points on sets, that's a little bit rough out here, but, people will, I guess, flock for this sort of stuff. So, the DLC, is what we're going to call it, support, just to get the stuff that you bought from the deck build packs up and running I'm not necessarily, too crazy about that, nor should you be. Overall, as a set, you've also got to remember you have the two new big themes in here between Raika and Tenpai Dragons, and we have been massively talking about Tenpai Dragons on this channel. I think at this point we're 15, 16 videos just showcasing what this little dragon pile can actually do. And I'm pretty sure at this point that players have kind of started to realize and go, we can actually have a viable going second deck actually exist within the course of the game. Yes, you can. That's what you were going for when you created this. And of course, with the whole Raika theme, your whole genuine goal with Raika was just to get some plant insect support out there that's a little bit more generic and, kind of give this cluster power up like Tri-Brigade attempted to do Beast Warrior and so forth for those. So I think overall, it's good. And then, of course, I also forgot Melodious in the anime structure decks, but obviously you have lore continuations like Dia Bellstar, and then where there's a will, there's a way out, which is probably going to be one of the craziest cards that the TCG I think has ever wanted to try for going second madness out here. But looking at fundamentally the way that this set looks, there's more to the set. You've got the Ashen hype on the back burner over here for the second wave of support that people are genuinely, excited about out here. But the landscape of the secondary market has shifted very dramatically from where it was, honestly, 2 years ago. And the fact that, people are it's a failure, and it's you are underestimating the casual Yu-Gi-Oh! Player support out here. While your Chad competitive, meta buster duelist out here spending the $2,000 arena, one person spending $2,000, not from their locals, but, the 15, little duelists that walk in here and go, hey, I'd like to buy a pack, maybe 6, that you'll never see again, until 2 years from now. And you're like, who are you? And you're like, I don't remember you, but you say we met before and you told me that I was a jerk. I'm sorry, duelist. And then they just walk away and never to be seen again for another 2 years. But that's the casual side of the market is going to be directed at this set and to the older competitive players to get them back in because, hey, Lightsworn power up. So I think that this set is going to perform better than Phantom Nightmare. Maybe not because we don't have a Pablo or a Promethean Princess in the set, but we do have a crazy Dia Bellstar card. We have, honestly, better themes than I feel like we had in Phantom Nightmare. Oh, and there's Yubel support in this set, too. And you know what that means, right? Everybody that already bought up the Yubel support before is going to come on back in here because they're going to need their Nightmare Thrones. You heard me say that correctly. Round 3 of the Yubel support. It is time. Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think of Legacy of Destruction. Do you think that this set is just going to fall apart? I don't know. I legitimately think everything that this set has to offer, seems like it's going to be good. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.